This is Ryan from Cincy Life Community News. When I watch politicians speak and when I have had interactions with people in my life, I've often hoped, in spite of the consequences, and I know there would be possibly some negatives to this, but I've often hoped to just have a little device, something like a little tricorder that you see on Star Trek or something, and just be like, over somebody's video or somebody's face while they're talking, or audio recording, and just to let the little device, scan it and analyze it and come up with a result at the end. Lie, 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 truth, 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 and have some middle ground like insincere or, whatever. And that would just be awesome, especially like, the people who believe anything Barack Obama says or anything that George W. Bush said, or, they have their political persuasion, so, their party has to be the outcome of, the winning outcome of the race or of the agenda at hand, or the topic or the debate. Regardless of if they're totally wrong, these people have to support them because that's their party, that's their team. And, it'd be nice when these people are debating you being like, oh yeah, he wasn't lying, prove it. And, instead of producing a book of documents and being like, oh, okay, well, here's the proof right here. Here's 50 pages of proof. I mean, that's one way to do it, but if there was something reliable, if you could prove beyond any reasonable doubt that it can't be wrong, that it just can't, it's flawless, and you could just be like, and I would just love that. It's possible. Think about it. I found things that are, concepts like this, like a Google, an app on Google Play for Android, which takes your fingerprint and analyzes it and tells you if you've been lying. I guess you ask a question or you make a statement and you scan your fingerprint, it'll tell you whether you're lying, or your thumbprint. I haven't actually used it, but it's just interesting. There's a bunch of them, See, look, like this right here, facial scanner, lie detector. I doubt any of these work. I've seen, I've seen a couple of different shows on this, documentaries on lie detectors. There's a lot of controversy behind them. Courts use them, there's a lot of different places that use them. When I had an uncle once, just going crazy, saying stuff that wasn't true. I think he was coming off pills or something. He was just writing me some insane emails. And I just said, listen, dude, if this is so important to you, I'll go pay for me to go get a lie detector test. I had no idea that the cost was like $500. I thought it was going to be like $150. But I'm totally confident in this, And so I was like, yeah, I'll go get a lie detector test. You go get a lie detector test, and we'll figure this out. We'll have them ask us the same questions. We'll get different opinions from different lie detectors if we want, or we could do the same one, whatever. Whatever we suspect might come up with the best outcome for deciphering the truth. Whatever it works. And then I researched a little bit more. It was too expensive, but what I did do was, when I find these things and it was some accusation about how I had borrowed $5,000 from my grandma and never paid her back, which wasn't true, and I'm stating it again for the record. But this is one of many things that I would record. Whether it was a email message or a phone voicemail message or anything like that, and I would just record it. I've recorded it and uploaded it, and then my response, I'll tag my response onto it and make it side-by-side thing on the same video. And I hope someday that instead of having to, people that are involved that unfortunately were duped into the conversation somehow, and they're trying to figure out heads or tails. Do I believe him or do I believe him? Whatever. I wish they could just grab their little lie detector device and be like, and they could figure it out one way or the other. Don't think that technology won't exist, and don't think that I'm going to do anything but embrace that. Let me show you. This is how many videos I've got on YouTube. 499. And I have addressed a lot of public and a lot of private things. So some of my videos, like you can see this one, is unlisted. This one is unlisted. Okay, some of them, none of them are locked or anything, or private, but they're unlisted. See, people do see them. I do pass them out, but sometimes they're only meant for certain people. So like right here, Merry Christmas from Reverend Ryan. This was meant for my family and friends. This wasn't meant for everybody. I had some personal things to say in that. So I made that one unlisted. This one too. This was some encouragement to some people that I love and know, and yeah, I just wanted to send that out to them. So 6 people viewed it, but not a whole bunch of people. It wasn't meant for everybody. This one too. This one wasn't done right. I had made an error in one of the tags, or one of the links that I'd put on the video. So I hid it just because people had commented on it on Facebook, and I didn't want to remove it from them to think as if though I might be hiding something, or not want them to see it or anything like that. I mean, I just made it private so that the public version of it was the correct version with the correct link. And it's just a link at the end of the video. So, see, 13 people have seen this, and 48 people have seen this. But the thing is, and I've got some on a different account that address these personal issues with my family. They're not on this account. I've got them somewhere else. And, I've just got a whole collection of links to where I've, let me see if I can find one that might be like that. Most of them are not on this account. I've got another YouTube account where I've addressed, these accusations or rumors that I hear from people. And sometimes I'm just addressing direct accusations, like from what my uncle was saying one time when him and I were disagreeing about the Mormon Church, and he started throwing in something that happened 25 years ago about some loan that never took place. And so yeah, I get things like that, and trust me, someday this technology, I have no doubt it will be available. I don't know when. I may be dead and gone, but if I'm not, wouldn't that be cool to be able to watch your next State of the Union speech and just scan over the president and make sure he's not bullshitting us, or bullshitting Congress? I would love to see a little device, or something you can plug into your TV. Just boop, plug that thing in, let it analyze the data coming out, tell you one way or the other. I'm sure there's room for abuse and room for manipulation, just like anything. But I think the technology's coming whether I want it or not, so I might as well just embrace it. But I can't spoof a lie detector test that I don't know what the technology is. I invite the criticism, and I invite the analysis. I would love for all of my videos that anybody who has ever disputed the authenticity or sincerity or truth of the content, I wish that something was available to discern whether I am right or whether I'm telling the truth. Whether I am telling a lie or whether I'm telling the truth. Which I'm not fearful of. I would love to see that happen, and I think that it will someday. I think that someday all of my videos will be able to be quickly analyzed. Like I say, just plug it into your computer, just a little USB plug-in, and let it analyze some of the data that you're putting through your computer at that time, whether it be through your sound card or through your video card or through both. Let it analyze the biometrics as well as the voice, and come up with a 100% accurate result. I think it's possible. It's happened with DNA, it's happened with fingerprints, it's happened with a lot of things. A lot of forensic science, a lot of, biological analysis has advanced. The tools and the techniques have advanced so much that a lot of things can be proven with 100% certainty. Lie detection is not one of them at this point, but maybe someday, maybe someday you will have something like this on our Android that actually works, and it does something like this with the facial scanner, lie detection, or something like that. Lie detector voice, checks your voice and tells you whether it's true or false. It's possible. Be careful what you're saying though, because someday, and that's why a lot of people don't record what they say. I do record what I say. I put it on the internet. A lot of people, they talk shit, but they won't put it on the internet. They won't say it to the person's face. They only like to say it in, behind closed doors. That's a lot like these political meetings and a lot of these, closed door sessions. Salt Lake City, the city council used to do that quite often, especially during land deals that included the LDS church. They were very, good at saying one thing to the public and then having some closed door meeting that they didn't disclose the contents of to the public. That stuff has got to be, made public. People can't be, representing the public like that and doing backdoor deals behind closed doors. But, if the results are able to be analyzed, then you don't have anything to fear if you're not lying. So, you want to rebuke me, that is. I'm sorry, not reboot me. Some people would probably want to reboot me, but you want to rebuke me. My challenge is, do what I do, make a video. I don't care if you make it public. I would love for someday that video to be analyzed, because if you're making accusations of me and they're not true, then, you're going to be less likely to go and spread those rumors around. Because then I will make a video about them that can later be analyzed, and then the truth of my statements can be analyzed. Whether you've made, content or a video or not, doesn't matter. As long as they can analyze the truth of what I'm saying. So I think it would keep people in check. It may do some adverse things, but it may keep people in check. It may create more harmony in human relations because people won't be talking as much shit. That's my opinion anyway. I don't know what the results are going to be. We'll see how technology works out. Anyway, take care. This is Ryan at Sensi Life Community News. Shalom.